So here with Kip Moore. So what's going on with you right now?
Just touring a ton. We just did our first shows in the States. We've been overseas for 2.5, 3 months. So
You went to Australia overseas too, right?
Australia, we did I think 6 headlining shows there. We did 18 in Canada, and then we did the Europe and the C2C stuff. So now, yeah, we're just back here touring for the year, and I'm actually kind of working on a couple projects right now. So I've just been kind of writing for that.
So one of my buddies, Charlie Worsham, was opening for you in Australia, maybe.
Man, I love that guy.
Right, like one of
He's
the best.
great.
But
He's
he posted
great.
a picture on his Instagram, and Charlie's an artist, and he said,
Yeah.
"Listen, as everybody else is doing their thing, Kip Moore's building the foundation for the future." And it was a picture of just a packed house in Australia.
Yeah.
And coming from a guy like Charlie, I thought that was the ultimate compliment to you and what you're trying to do, not just here at home, but everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to, any chance I get we weren't supposed to have that opening. I kind of fought to bring Charlie out there just because I believe in that guy so much. So I'm always trying to, I'm going to try to take him to Europe when we go back over there in the spring. And that guy, Bobby, he's such a phenom player and writer and singer. I love what he does so much. But, yeah, I mean, to be that far away from home, and I we knew something happened special 2 or 3 years ago. We went there for the first time, and when we saw how many physical copies were bought of Wild Ones after our set, we knew something crazy happened. We saw everybody swing from the main stage and how rabid it got, and then when we came back the next year, I've never felt that kind of energy from a crowd in my whole life. So to go back and do like a whole run of headlining shows, that was probably the most fun, complete week that I've ever had of playing music.
What do you think it is about you that's magnetic to the hardcore fan? Because they are rabid. There are some rabid Kip Moore fans.
Man, I try not to think too much about it, but I do think about it because I'm always trying to figure out. I mean, you've been around me enough to know that I'm always trying to work on whatever, like whether it's the show, whether it's the writing, so I'm always trying to figure out, what is that's creating that. Not dwell on it too much, but also because I want to understand it. But I would say that the main thing I feel like I get from people when they're talking, to me after shows, whether it's Europe or Australia, whatever, is it's the authenticity in the music. That they also feel that's transparent while I'm playing, that I'm actually connected to the songs. There's a lot of bands that I can think of that have been super successful where I like listening to the records on the radio and I can sing along with it, but I also don't feel like I have any connection in my soul to the music. And then there's other people like, if we're thinking about, people like Seeger, when he's singing that stuff and when I'm watching him play, I feel he believes it and he's lived it. And that's a different thing for me. So therefore, those are the artists that I completely gravitate towards. So I would like to think that when I do try to understand it, I think that's a lot of what it is that I'm very transparent with who I am when I'm doing music, and I'm really unveiling myself. And also, we put a lot into it. I think that's another thing. Is we really, really. I've never missed a sound check in my life. We'll sound check for an hour, 2 hours, almost every single day, and we put so much into the show. And I think those fans know that, and they pay attention to it. That would be my answer.
So you talk about writing on multiple projects. What does that mean? What kind of vague statement is that we're supposed to ask and wonder about? What's these multiple projects?
I've been feeling the fan base really, really want an acoustic project for a while. So I've been dabbling in that. Actually, 3 projects. Europe is kind of wanting, after, Slow Heart and stuff with songs like Plead the Fifth, Just Another Girl. They're kind of, the label over there is, kind of talked about piggybacking off of those songs and getting a little more of an aggressive project just for them, and then doing a full project, for the label here in Nashville. So I've just been kind of like nonstop writing.
Like Pitbull, but in country. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All over the world.
Yeah.
I'm proud for you, man. You're working as hard as anybody I know. Kip Moore. He's got 11 projects next month. Oh.
This is a Bobby Bones show.